My number 2 is Luka. Dallas is 4-3.
Okay.
The numbers.
They're nuts. I will say this. I am gonna push back on where you place him, but his numbers are nuts. So this isn't like I don't have too much pushback,
So he's averaging 36, 9, and 9. There's never been a 35, 9, and 9, never been a 34, 9, and 9, never been like a 30, 34, 8 and or like 9 and 8 or something. The closest across the board comparison you could find is a fellow by the name of Michael Jordan, who in the 1988-89 season averaged 32.5 points, 8 rebounds, and 8 assists. And he was less efficient than Luka Doncic is shooting right now. I did not know how to reconcile the fact that Luka's numbers are literally unprecedented in NBA history with the fact that his team is 4-3. And if you look at the on-off numbers, they're actually, Dallas has been pretty much the same. Actually, I think they might be, I'll look it up right now. I think they might be a little bit worse with him on the court. So I didn't love that part of it. Yeah, they're a tad worse. Their offense is through the roof when he's on the court. Defense is a lot worse. They're giving up 7.5 more points per 100 possessions when Luka plays. So maybe this is a little high. I think I know who you have as your number 2, but do you want to say anything else on Luka?
Again, he's nuts. He hasn't had less than 30 points in a game yet. He tied Michael Jordan for the record to start a season, scoring 30 points in each game. Look, I do think in the long term they're going to end up missing Jalen Brunson. This is a popular take, but maybe they won't because Luka's just going to score all the points that Jalen Brunson was going to take. And I will just add, good job by me. Picked up Luka plus 1,600 before the season to win the scoring title. So, as of right now, that's looking pretty safe. As of now, let's see.
1,600?
I mean, double check that, but yeah, I got it at really good odds.
What? You couldn't have sent that my way? Jesus. Shout out to our friends at WinBet.
Hey, John. I tell you a lot of things. There's a chance I did send it your way.
There's no way that you sent this. I might have broken my gambling rule.
All right. Good.
Do you have a member of the Phoenix Suns as your number 2?
No.
Oh, interesting. I'm fascinated now. So can I ask where Luka is on your ballot?
3.
Okay. So my number 3 was a guy that I originally had probably in the bottom. I don't even know where. I think I had him in like 8 or 9 or 10 or something. And then I checked myself and I'm like, how much is my own preconceived bias about this player, just not thinking he's like a top 5 guy, maybe not even a top 10 guy, factoring into where I'm putting him? I have Devin Booker as my number 3. Suns are 6-1. They have, I am fairly certain they have the best net rating. No, they're the second best net rating in the league after Milwaukee. So they're plus 10.9 to Milwaukee's plus 11.7. The numbers are the best numbers of Devin Booker's career. He is putting up 28, 5, and 4. The efficiency is solid. It's solid. I'm going to tell you what it is right now. I have my, So 97th percentile usage, 83rd percentile efficiency. So 122.8 points per 100 shot attempts. That's not as great as some of the other guys that I'm going to say below him because he plays wing and wings typically don't shoot as well. But he's also has a 22 assist percentage for a wing, which is like, it's really good. It's the team overall performance. And then the stat that really blew me away is this. When Booker is off the court, the Suns, who are 6-1, are getting outscored by 3.2 points per 100 possessions. In terms of like your efficiency, your on-off monsters, Booker is like right up near the top of the league. And that carried some weight with me. Looking at a bunch of guys that I really couldn't distinguish one from the next, him being worth, I think Cleaning the Glass has it as 51 wins right now. Plus 25.0 on off differential. How you doing? That carried a lot of weight for me. So yeah.
Devin Booker's my number 5. So not that far away. By the way, I got it plus 480 for Luka to win the scoring title. Plus 1,600 is my Nuggets to make the finals bet. So
I
got a couple of futures on a competitor that I don't acknowledge anymore. That before we had our friends at WinBet, that I have. One, I wish I could cash out. Was the Knicks to make the play-in tournament? Although all of the consternation and hysteria the last few days, guess who's the 10th seed right now, John? The New York Knicks.
The Knicks.
Yes, it helps that Brooklyn has become a dumpster fire, and that could change. But yeah, you really don't know who I would have it to.
So the best teams in the league right now are. So we talked about Milwaukee. We talked about Phoenix. There's only one other team with one loss, and that's Cleveland.
Okay.
Is Donovan Mitchell your number 2?
Yes, absolutely. Number 2.
Wow.
John, he's shooting 43% from 3 on 9 attempts, and he's averaging 31 a game.
I know.
Like,
the numbers are outstanding.
Then these numbers are there is a common theme right now, but like everybody's kind of going off at the moment. But you look at, I get why you do on off, because that actually does show how much value you have to when you're on the court and when you're off the court. Some of that for me, like you go through history, and the best on off numbers are usually like really great players on shit teams. By the way, he's plus 16.2. That's in the 84th percentile. So he checks the on off box. So even then that works. But like, so last year when we were doing this with Jokic, the comparisons people were making were like Kobe in 07 or 06 and Michael in 88. And it was like, well, yeah, those were like elite players on shit teams. So that's more of a commentary for me on the team than it is the actual player and his value to the league, I guess. I'm drinking the Cavalier Kool-Aid at the moment.
It's fine.
They might become my Cavaliers by the time the season is over.
Oh, goodness gracious.
I'm picking up every future I can get on them to make the finals. I think there's like a formula here that is basically what they did in Utah, except you can actually play the centers on this team or big men on this team in a playoff series. And Donovan Mitchell has just like launched this team into a different level that I don't think we were prepared for. And again, I agree. Luke has been nuts. Devin Booker's been nuts. Neither of them are shooting 43% from 3. 44% from 3 on 9 attempts.